Good evening, and welcome back to our play test of the HEADSHRINKER module, a psychology-based D&D 5th edition adventure module, written by Alan Jack Robinson, and I and my lovely players are play testing it for you tonight. To recap where we left off, our our player characters woke up without knowing how they got knocked unconscious. They woke up in the middle of at the beginning of a maze, and there was only one door for them to go, and they've been going through each door and each room, facing different psychology-based challenges, occasionally hearing disembodied voices laughing at them. To retcon some fun things, there have been, the little tiny holes that were around door one. There have been little tiny holes actually around every door.
Mm.
And they made it through rooms that involved riddles, and there was an encounter with a gibbering mouther. There was an ice cover floor covered in ice room, and they had to get to a lever on the top of the room. They just finished with. They only collected 100 coins from a room that had a button that dispensed coins. They entered this last room, and Ashley, our dragonborn bard, dancer based bard, thrust their hand into a hole of unknown origin to open it, and lo and behold, when they pulled the clamp, their arm got clamped down on, and a timer started counting down from 60. Meanwhile, four snarling hellhounds tested their training by letting you act for about 12 seconds, and do whatever it is that you were going to do. And in the meantime, Piera, our gnome, uh, is it a ranger? You're a ranger, right?
Arcane Trickster Rogue.
Arcane Trister Road produced an image of a unicorn to distract the hellhounds, and as Dorn used all of his might to push open the door a little bit for the gnome to get through, and then a little bit more so that the rest of you could get through. And you used an unbreakable arrow to wedge and break open, so that Ashley can get out of the hole and unclamp their arm. And right as Ashley and everyone got through, the doors clamped down just as the jaws of a hellhound clamped down on Dorn and drug him back into room 13.
Oh
The,
dear.
the doors have sealed behind you, and there is no way to open them. And as you turn around, you'll notice that this doorway seems to. Oh, before we get started, I'm Erik Klein, also known as Erok VanRocksalot. I'll be the DM for tonight. And why don't we start with Arthnix?
Howdy, I am Arthenix, or I'm playing Arthenix. I am Spike, or Tyler, whatever you want to call me. I am a Phage Changeling Sorcerer this time. Dragon Sorcerer.
Oh, uh, Dragon Bloodline Sorcerer.
Yes.
Awesome. And then we're going to move on to Piera. Please introduce yourself and your character. And describe them
All
a
right.
little bit. I'm sorry. Let's hear what Arthenix looks like. Other than
Okay.
sorry, what does Arthenix look like?
Well, I mean, most changelings are kind of gray and shapeless, but right now he's kind of disguising himself as he's been disguising himself as his other compatriots he woke up next to, kind of messing with them. But normally he disguised himself as a 6 foot 6'1", somewhere around there, elven man with long dark hair, normal pointy ears that are very red around the tips, and a little bit of a beer gut actually on an elf, which is weird to see.
It is interesting. Okay, sorry, Pierre. Please take over. Describe yourself and your character.
No problem. I am Dungeon Matt, or just Matt, and I am playing Piera, who is a forest gnome arcane trickster rogue. And so, for Piera, so he is just over 3 feet tall. In his own words, 3 feet and a toe. His hair, it has dark hair tied in thick braids like walnut bark. His skin is smooth, but it is somewhat. It's not fair. It's a bit more tanned. I think gnomes in general are said to have somewhat darker skin. Then he has warm eyes, golden color like honey. And his clothing, it looks more common like. It's rather unsuspecting in appearance, but then he pulls out his rapier and he goes to town on whoever dares threaten him.
Nice. And Ashley, would you please, MVP from last game, providing our map services tonight. Thank you very much for that. Please introduce yourself and describe your character.
Yeah, go me. I'm DM Jack. Ashley is 6.5 feet tall, so I think if you stack both of their teammates up, he's still taller than them. Dragonborn, so he's got a very snake-like body, very limber, like a triangular torso, so very sort of like action figure-y upper shoulders, straight down to a narrow middle, serpentine-looking face, and then as it pulls back, as the scales move back from his face, they transition from like very short little scales to feathers and more little protrusions and fins that come out from behind where ears would be, very sort of like a Dilophosaurus from Jurassic Park, but smaller. He can't spit that much poison. Well, he can't spit poison, he's green. So I'm just leaning very hard into the snake-like aspect of him. He does have a tattoo across his back of a large flaming rooster that a lot of people think is a phoenix, but it's a rooster.
Nice, a firecock.
It's his hot cock.
Nice. So as we now see the door slide shut, you hear a vague scream as your former human fighter party mate Dorn is drugged after holding, Chunk from Goonies like holding the door open for you all to get through. The hellhounds clamp down on him, drag him through, and the door slams shut behind you, and there's nothing to grab onto. It's completely locked and clamped shut. And you are now in the doorway of door 14, which magically sort of elongates and becomes a hallway. And you see room 15 as a light source at the end of this hallway, and you hear, "You think you are so clever, breaking my door? What gives you the right to break my door and break my hand clamp? No matter, I will take the payment out of your friend's hide with my little puppy dogs. If you like to escape rooms in the future, I will make it easy for you. Deliciously easy. Enjoy the rest of your experiments." And with that, the hallway returns to doorway size, and you are now in room 15. At the bottom of room 15, it's a 60-foot long room, 30-foot wide. 60-foot long room, 30-foot wide, with a doorway and a large on the opposite wall, and a large mirror to the north of you. In the south, you can hear in the corner of the room, on the opposite corner from door 16, you can hear and see a goblin screaming, being bitten by a hellhound, and another goblin is trying to pull the hellhound off of the companion. Ah! Help! Help! Get him off me! Help! And the other one's, I'm pulling, I'm trying. And they see you enter. Help us! You can easily walk past the goblin and hellhound and continue through door 16 if you so choose. What do you all do?
I gotta think. I don't like thinking.
Yes, delicious moral quandary, yes.
I have something that I have to roll for because I'm not really sure about it given the timing of everything that happened.
Okay.
I don't know what skill, maybe sleight of hand would be best for this. Whether I was able to shove the table
Nope, the table.
between Dorn and the doorway to bring it with us.
The table, because your hand was stuck in the doorway, by the way, from room 1. Again, MVP move. You drag it all the way from room 1 to room 13. However, in your arm being locked into the wall and everyone squeezing past you and breaking you through with the hellhounds chomping at the bit to get at you, the door was not brought with.
No.
So your adorable door is no longer available to you.
Oh no, I do. With no reaction to what just happened to Dorn.
This is up to
Well, I mean, Piera was going to shout something in a rage at that disembodied voice, but an opportunity seems to present itself with this other hellhound and these goblins. So, I suppose out of the darkness of losing one companion, there's a possibility to gain 2 more. So, instead, Piera will steal his gaze of the remaining hellhound, and he will cast Mind Sliver upon it.
you. Ooh.
So let's see, this is a spell from Tasha's Cauldron. Let me quickly run to that page. Okay, so we're only 4th level, so it's still going to be the 1d6. So with but a word of magic, he attempts to drive a spike of energy into the mind of the hellhound. They have to make an intelligence saving throw.
Ooh. Intelligence is not the hellhound's strong suit. They have an 11 minus 2. They get a 9.
Okay, the DC was 13, so that fails. So they're going to take some psychic damage.
Wait, so Damon's best friend isn't smart?
They take 5 psychic damage. And the next time they make a saving throw before the end of Piera's next turn, they'll have to subtract a d4 from that save.
Okay. You were first to act in the initiative, so we'll just keep the same initiative and we'll cross Dorn out of it. And
Okay.
I'll cross the hellhounds at... Let me roll. You guys want odds or evens? Let me know.
Odds.
Okay, you guys win. Do you want the hellhounds to have a high or low initiative?
No.
Okay. That seemed like an easier decision than you made it.
Mhm.
Okay, so Piera, you cast Mind Sliver,
Correct.
and it did 5 damage.
Yep, 5 psychic.
Okay. Ashley, you are up.
Yeah. I'm gonna close the hellhound. And I'm just gonna go with fists.
Go fists.
Yep.
You're gonna dance attack
I'm
it.
like cartwheeling, flipping, tumbling my way over there, doing way too many backflips, and then bringing my head down on the clothes of like a somersault onto the hellhound.
Okay.
Because you just fisted a door, now you're fisting a hellhound?
Now I'm putting my whole head into it.
Giving the hellhound some head. Okay.
Yep.
No,
17.
giving him head and putting your whole head in are two very different things.
17 does hit. Roll some damage.
I didn't think Ashley was that kind of bard.
He bards hard.
Thought I was going to be the one giving this as a sorcerer.
8 damage.
And then I will spend a bardic inspiration to Arthenix. There's this shimmer of like iridescence off of my scales that it sort of resonates with your draconic bloodline, and you get a little boost of bardic magic from me.
In a dance
And
move
because
form,
of my
right?
dance bards, when I spend inspiration, I get to punch again.
Oh. That's cool as hell.
I like how the thought that just went through my mind, at least, is as knowing Arthenix is a fake creature, you just kind of went, ooh, look, shiny, and he got inspired.
14 plus 5, 19.
19 hits.
Kill the hellhound, not yourself. Come on.
2 plus 3, 5.
5 damage.
Yep.
5 damage. This is good damage.
How dare you take him from me?
5 damage. Did you hit him with the
He was reliable. He was sturdy.
He was
He
strong.
was the type of
This
kid
table, eh?
you could depend on him.
Okay. Arthnix, you are up.
Okay. I'll keep my distance, because sorcerer, no hit points. And I'm just gonna go ahead and toss a sorceress burst at the hellhound,
Okay.
which is 120 foot range, so I would think I have the range.
You do.
Alright, cool. 16 to hit.
16 does hit.
Ooh, alright, hold on, let me find a d8. There it is. And I can choose the type of elemental damage I want for this. We'll go acid damage.
Acid damage. Nice.
It's just 3 damage, but
3 damage. Okay.
Hold on, double checking bonus actions. It's been a minute. That was a cantrip. So I want to use another second level spell. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm gonna just reach over and tap.
Was one of those a bonus action?
So all I've done so far is the sorcerer's burst, which is a cantrip.
Yeah,
And
but
then-
is it have a casting time of action or bonus action?
Casting time of an action.
Okay, then the only other thing you have time for is a bonus action. You could do another
Yeah.
spell as long as it's a bonus action.
Yeah, I got a bonus action spell. That's what I was looking for.
Okay, cool.
And I'm gonna just reach over and pat Piera on the head and cast Dragon's Breath on him,
Ooh.
which basically I'll read it. You touch one willing creature and choose some type of elemental thing until the spell ends, which is 1 minute. The target can take a magic action to exhale a 15-foot cone. Each creature in that area makes a dex save, taking 3d6 damage on a failed save or half as much on a success.
Nice.
What kind of damage you want to do?
This is a hellhound. I seem to recall last time somebody did something cold related.
Yeah, always me. You can do. So you got acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison.
I think poison may be more up if you had to choose.
As a rogue, that kind of okay. So I guess you just shimmer with a little bit of like that poisonous green
Mm-hmm.
cartoon look around the edges of you, and if you open your mouth, you can spew poison out of it for the next minute.
How exciting. Speaking of, Piera, it is now... Oh, it's the Hellhound's turn. The Hellhound is going to go... let go of the goblin and turn to the person who's most closely to them that hit them.
That's me, Ashley.
That is Ashley. And it is going to... 15-foot cone, huh? It's going to use its fire breath. And it can't really get away from anyone without taking an attack of opportunity. Well, it can do this. It's going to... Can you please move it to the left side? Yeah. I was going to say the... Yeah. That way it won't take an attack of opportunity. And
Well, it does take from the goblins.
Oh, wait. You know what? Move it on the... I was trying to go to closer to 16 so that it would hit... yeah, and then down.
That's where the goblin is.
Yeah. So that way it doesn't take an attack of opportunity.
Well,
It'll take 2 attacks from here.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
I guess we should clarify. Is this Hellhound also large like the previous ones?
Yeah, they are medium.
Okay.
Put it in between. Put it on top of that goblin so it could still hit. Like, just over it.
Perhaps I misremembered.
So he started here because he was lunging at 1.
Yeah.
And then 1 was trying to pull the Hellhound off. So I gave him this little conga line.
Okay. I will give the one it was attacking an attack of opportunity and put it above the other goblin and next to you so it can get all 3 of you with a cone breath. And then...
I don't think Alright. I don't think a 15-foot cone technically could hit all 3 of us from right here.
You're right. It'll probably miss the goblin that is below it.
Yeah, it has to take this one's probably fine.
Yeah.
Me and the other goblin are going to be in the line.
Yeah, that's what it'll do. Because it can't hit you guys and the ones up top. So it exhales a 15-foot cone. And a giant cone of fire spews forth from its mouth. First, let me let the goblin at disadvantage because it was on the ground. Ooh, got a 7 and a 4. Goblin misses with its attack of opportunity. But you guys all make a dexterity saving throw, please.
I already rolled a 1.
Nice. And Goblin makes a dexterity saving throw. Goblin rolled a 6, and I don't think they have enough on their dex to get over that. So, it's going to be a lot. Hang on. Okay. On the first 3, it's got a 5, a 6, and a 2. And 5, 6 is 11, plus 2, 13. 13 plus 12 is 25. 25 points of fire damage, and it completely roasts the goblin that was formerly in its mouth.
I wasn't there.
And then that's 25 points of fire damage. To you as well.
Yep, I eat it. I'm down to 14.
Okay.
would be at 3, so it's a good thing you're there.
Oh, yeah. Goblins have 7 hit points. And
These goblins aren't at level 20, man? Come on.
that concludes the Hellhound's turn. It's now back at the top of the order with Piera.
All right, then. So, thanks to the new enhancement, Pierre is going to need to approach within 15 feet. And I believe it is possible. So, I think if Pierre moved directly down about 3 or 4 squares, he should still, let's say 3. Yeah, that way, 15-foot cone from his diagonal should be able to reach the Hellhound and no one else.
What is your, what's your movement?
Pierre's base speed is 25 feet.
Okay,
Oh, that's right. We are moving. Okay.
Those are 10 foot.
All right. Okay. He can use his cutting action to dash. I forgot that the squares here are
set up so that I.
So you don't have to use the Dragon's Breath, remember, because you can get sneak attack. He's right next to it. If you think that'll do more damage than 3d6. It's just
when I move you, I still have the grid set up so that this is still 5-foot increments here.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Thank you for the reminder.
MVP Nick. Jack.
So you don't need to use the dash there.
Okay. Yeah. All right. If I think we can finish this off quickly, then yeah. In that case, while there's a willing or a able ally next to it, Pierre has 25 feet, so he can move into melee while drawing his dagger and attempt to stab at the Hellhound.
Nice.
Let's see. So I'm going to do 20. So it's an 8 on the die plus 5. He's got a 13 to hit.
You lash out, but because you were aiming where he was like spewing fire and then he restores, you just barely miss him.
However, I do believe, I have it written on my notes, I think Pierre received a bardic inspiration previously that hadn't been used.
You did. So if you had 13.
Roll d6. Ooh, just a 1. That becomes a 14.
Yeah, again, just the Hellhound literally was pulling back from trying to reload a fire thing, and you went right by.
Full on slow-mo matrix dodged your dagger.
All right then. Well, it goes that way sometimes. All right. Well,
it do be like that.
Bonus action to use, so that's going to be it for Pierre.
It do be like that sometimes. Ashley, It is now your turn.
Let me double check my spell list really quick. Yeah, don't worry.
Pierre, that does last for a minute, so if we get into the next room, we can use it on something, probably.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with punches.
Punch away. Are you spinning a dice? What is this?
I'm shaking it in my hand.
Okay.
And then dropping it into an ashtray.
Nice. Okay.
An ashtray, the best dice roller.
12 plus 5, 17.
17 hits. Is this another dance headbutt?
Yeah, it's just a bunch of forward flip headbutts, like Lizard Man from Soul Calibur. And that's 3 plus 3, 6.
6.
And I'm not going to use another inspiration. But if yeah, I have 2 left.
All right, this Hellhound looks pretty
I would
bloody.
like to try and shove this goblin back and sort of interpose myself.
I'll allow
Because the
it.
goblin didn't do anything on their turn. If they could just step back a bit, that would be nice.
Oh yeah, their turn was trying to pull it off of their homie last time. But I will add the goblin into initiative order. Let me roll for them. 5. Okay.
What do you have?
He's got. Did they
You
get
got
it?
a 5.
He got a 5. And he does get to add 2, so it's a 7. He's still in the same spot. Which. Does that conclude your turn, Mr. Ashley?
Yep,
Okay.
he's all set.
So the goblin is now up. And it is going to. It's gonna wheel around. It's furious. You killed my friend! And it's going to. Yeah, it's got a little. For normal size, it's a big dagger, but for him, it's a sword, and he's gonna slash at the hellhound, and he gets a +2 to that, so he hits and does a D4 of damage. How exciting for him! And does 4 points of damage. Way to go, little guy.
Truly legendary.
Yeah, how does it feel that a goblin hit and you didn't?
He's also like stabbing up. It's like Atreyu stabbing at Mork. He's just stabbing at a big dog.
Bad dog.
And then he's going to take a nimble escape as a bonus action. He will disengage and run away towards door 16. Thank you for helping. I'm out of here.
Horns are through.
He makes it to just the other side. His speed is 30 feet, so I guess he could have gotten all the way out.
All right.
Oh, that's a cute little picture of a goblin there. Alrighty. Next up is Arthnix.
I'm gonna try this again, I guess. Just first level command on said doggy, and just say stay.
What does he have to do?
DC 14 wisdom save.
Oh yeah, if you leave, the door just shuts.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
He got an 8 + 1, 9. So
Cool, he fails. Just stay.
he's
I'm
drooling.
get as close to the door as I can. 5. 38.
Here.
Yeah. I should probably cross that off on my spells sheet. That would be smart.
I appreciate that.
And I don't have crazy amount of spells, but you also said last time that we're closer to the end than the beginning, I think.
Yes.
We'll cut that really quick.
Okay, you are 25 away if we do 1-1-1 counting. You could be just through the door.
Okay. I'll allow that to happen. After Arthnix, the Hellhound is going to obey his command. Does he get a saving throw on his turn? Or-
No, it's just he has to do. It's a one-word command, which in this case was stay. I could have said lie down, and it would have given you advantage on melee, but I didn't think of that. And just until the start of my next turn, he doesn't get actions, bonus actions, or reactions.
Beautiful. Okay, so he stays. He's growling and snarling, drooling. When he drools, a drop sizzles onto the ground, but he is staring hungrily at the little gnome in front of him.
Sorry, I'll just read it again. I said stay instead of halt, but there is actually a thing for halt, and it says on its turn, the target doesn't move, it takes no action or bonus action, so it would still have its reaction.
Stay and halts mean the same thing in this case.
I just said stay because it was a dog, and I was like, stay, good boy.
Okay. That concludes Arthnix and the Hellhound's turn. Piera, you are up.
All right, then. Well, Piera doesn't necessarily trust the Hellhound won't still be hostile, so Piera is going to use his bonus action, cunning action, to disengage and then move towards the door. And I think with his 25 speed, he'll be able to basically get to the space directly below Arthnix.
Beautiful.
And
Do you have a crossbow or anything? Maybe take another shot? I don't know.
he does, however...
Well, no, because you can move through your allies in 5e, right? I forget.
You can move through your allies. You can't end your turn in their same space.
No, I was trying to make sure that Ashley could get past us through the door.
Yeah,
Yes.
that should work.
I have
And come to think of it, so since Piera does have a hand crossbow, so he can draw that in his other hand. So he's holding on his rapier and his hand crossbow. And then for his action, he will ready. If the Hellhound does charge towards the party, he can take a shot.
Copy that. I will let that happen when we get there.
And then Piera ends his turn.
Get there when we get there.
So door 16. Oh wait. It is the goblin's turn.
Well, I think after Piera should be
It's my
Ashley.
turn.
Oh, you're right. It's Ashley's turn. Sorry, my bad.
I'm gonna slide over to the side, scoop up that goblin body. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. Carrying a creature cuts you by half. I have to use a action to dash.
It is a small humanoid.
35, 40. I can get 40 feet there.
Beautiful. Door 16, you notice, is a doorway lined with a bunch of tiny holes.
So does that door close and the dude's stuck, or is that door still open?
And as it closes, as you pass through it, the door closes.
Making sure.
Now I will make a note for Alan. You do need to write something in there if they help the goblins, because he definitely wrote what happens if you don't help the goblins.
You all die.
No, that's not what happens, but
It'd be funny though.
it
In
totally
an annoying way, but
it would be funny if the goblins were the key
or
to your
just
success.
put you back in the room.
Oh yeah, you have to save them. You must. That would suck. Actually, I would not like that. So that was door
Well, in
16.
this type of thing where it's supposed to be like messing with your head, it would make sense.
Okay, so you are now in room 17, which is a 60-foot long room, 80-foot wide room with a door and a large mirror on one wall above you to the north. There are 2 trolls in this room standing sentry on the opposite wall.
Also on that western wall.
Yes. I will remember my west from my east today, I promise.
Come on, SpongeBob, it's west. Whoever's the owner of the wife's dad.
You want troll face, or should you get like an actual fantasy troll?
Do 1 and 1. You gotta love the troll face, it's classic.
They have a cave troll.
Yeah, that's a good idea too. Do we know what kind of trolls they are, or does it not say?
It just says 2 trolls.
Okay.
They are 2 trolls. I was quoting Lord of the Rings Fellowship.
That's fair. I know that, cave troll, and
You're right. What I did was confusing. That's why I'm owning
just,
owning up to my reckless
No,
movie
not,
quotes.
yeah, I'm not messing with you. I'm just making sure I
No,
know.
let's
so I
dig
don't go,
deeper into the
"Oh,
explanation. Let's
Yeah.
dig deeper.
Yes. See,
Yeah, if it was
see,
on
Boromir
the
hears
side,
the sound of the troll, and he goes, "They have a cave troll." That's the explanation. Anyways, so
Fourth edition, they have different stats for different types of trolls: forest troll, mountain troll, warrior troll.
Well, that was my thought. Is like, I know for again not the most versed in 5e. I'm like, well, I know there's like air giants versus fire giants, and if it was something like that, if I knew it was a fire giant, I'm not going to use fire against it, type of thing. So
Copy.
sure.
well, the trolls are just in the room, standing there, sentry, unnoticing you.
Actually, they're almost as ugly as you.
Harsh.
Turns into Ashley real quick. That's us.
I am splendid.
Little
I am
did you
sure
know,
for
ugly
trolls,
Ashley
they are
means
just
beautiful in the Feywild.
And you hear over the loudspeaker as you enter and pause, and there's this moment. So you decided to help the little darlings. How cute. Keep the goblin for your own amusement if that's what you wish. It's a delicious turn of events.
That was fucked
Are
up.
these goblins
If
delicious
we
too?
weren't there, that would have just killed them.
So you think, yeah. And then it cuts out.
You took the other body with you, right?
Yes.
And he's talking about who's fucked up. So the little goblin looks up to you and says, "Thank you so much for helping. You tried to help us. And hell, cursed hellhound, how did we get here?"
She's gonna kneel and do you need a hug?
Yeah. I could use a hug.
If I had more spells.
I am cold-blooded. I give warm hugs.
Okay. He accepts your hug, and you notice with a nat 1 on a sleight of hand check, he did try to pick your pocket.
That's fine. I just like reach down and hold that hand. I don't really say anything about it.
Sorry.
If I had more
It's force
spell
of
slots, I'd be
habit.
so tempted to just say "shut up" and command.
I'm sorry that I could not save your friend as well.
It's okay. Sorry I tried to steal from you. It's a force of habit.
It is okay. Money is of no value in this place. Here,
Real quick,
and I'll give him like 5. Give him some of the coins that we got from the last from that other room.
Ooh, I forget what I was sad about. Thank you.
speaking of coins, I know this door just closed. But are those little rings or this little hole still there?
There were tons of little holes, several dozen
Or are they
scores.
still on this side too, or now that the door's closed, they're gone?
It's like on both sides of the doorway,
Okay.
but just on the doorway.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Ashley for one of those little yellow things you've been handing out to people, aka a coin.
Oops.
And I want to see if it'll fit into the hole. Like,
The holes are a little smaller than the coin, so it doesn't
I'm gonna
fit.
see.
Interesting,
A
yeah.
big disc can fit into a small hole if you put some force behind it.
Well, we just lost our guy with the force.
But it's
What was his name? Luke, Leia, something like that.
Dory.
All right.
He was holding the Dory.
Hodor.
I'm gonna miss that table. Just not even thinking that there was another person with us. Just I miss our table.
Hera sighs and addresses the goblin. Were there more than the 2 of you before we found you?
Oh yeah, that big pile of mouths got some of us.
Oh, I was completely blind during that fight. So the what?
There was a big. Did you guys have to fight a big pile of flesh and teeth and mouth that was making horrible noises?
Guys, I think he's going crazy. I don't know what's happening.
It blinded some of us too.
Yeah, I was blind during that fight, so I wouldn't have seen it unless it.
Well,
I
you
looked at the body.
you heard it first before
Yeah,
Ashley
I heard
silenced
it before I opened the door, and then I went, "Hello, oh shit."
Yeah, but then you still heard it for a couple of seconds, and then actually cast silence.
You did
So-
hear some things.
Those noises were okay.
Yes,
I
we
thought someone
did.
was having an orgy over there. I wanted to join.
I'm Leech Bottom.
Leech bottom?
Leech Bottom.
Hera will shake his hand.
Just kind of disgustingly just pat his head. Just, okay.
If it's the
I'm
best
Kira.
thing,
Disgusting.
Leech bottom.
Thanks for helping, guys. I'll try not to steal from you again.
That's chaos. We love it.
See to your friend.
And he loots his friend's body.
As is the way.
It's just as well. I'm pretty sure. I think that damage pretty much insta killed the goblin anyway.
Yeah.
He
Can we check on these trolls while we're standing here?
what would you like to do?
Just make it like see what's their vibe with an insight check or something.
Okay.
You vibing right now, bro? Vibe status. That's a 14.
They don't seem to care about your existence.
Alright.
But if they're
Well,
standing
I'm
sentry,
guessing by this point it's been a minute, so just Dragon's Breath is going.
okay.
Sorry, you didn't get to use it.
I'm sorry I couldn't get to use it. That's a spell slot from you.
There's
Don't,
one more spell slot that I can use for that. So
Okay.
maybe.
by the way, when you look at door 18, it is a thick iron door.
Okay, so that door's actually closed.
Yes.
I'm gonna walk over to it.
I'm just
Let's
gonna
try
drop
walking to it.
one healing word on myself really quick.
Just a reminder, we have that unbreakable arrow, and I still have a scroll of invisibility as well if we need that, which I might give to Piera at some point because Invis plus Rogue is good times.
Awesome.
I'll hold on to it for now, but just
Mhm.
to make sure we know I have it.
Sure. I think rules is written that it may have to be used by a spellcaster.
You're an arcane trickster. You're good.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I forgot about that. I forgot.
Look that up.
I use spells.
I heal 17.
You-
All right, so okay, I know Arthanex was going to check out the door.
Do you want to... How close do you get to the door?
Close enough to investigate it, but not actually do an investigation check, but just kind of like see what's going on. No, I don't want to be right up against it.
Okay.
See if I can see, maybe make a perception check, see what's going on there. I don't know.
Okay, so give me a footage. I'm sorry if I missed you saying it, but what?
No, I didn't say. 10 feet. Yeah, that works. I already know one door is trapped. I don't want to get too close.
Do you have anything? Or well, roll your perception check, or roll whatever check you're going to roll.
Well, knowing I'm not actually like touching and inspecting the door, I guess this would probably be perception, right?
Yes.
Trying to look at it, suss it out. That's a 6.
Is there anything metal on your person?
That's a good question. Let me check my inventory. I have a crowbar for some
Never you
reason.
got your body piercings.
Hey, we don't talk about those. I have a
You
crowbar. I have some caltrops.
you notice that your crowbar starts to wiggle. And is someone else next to you? Who's next to you?
Oh, so I didn't say Pierre was going to go to the door. I was reminding that Arthanex was going to do that because I figured we should probably resolve that before I had Pierre do something. I was actually going to have Pierre like at least look over towards the trolls. I didn't have him moving from his position just yet.
Okay. You also notice there are tiny little holes around the door frame as well with this door, but the door itself is metal and anything metal on your person starts to just wiggle as you get within 5 feet of the door.
I'm gonna take one of my 20 cow traps out and just kind of toss it at the door, see if it sticks to it.
Instantly.
Alright, good to know.
Okay. Is that the extent of what you wanted to check out, Arthenix?
Yeah, I'm guessing it's not trapped, but I do have, if I go back to my inventory, I have a crowbar, a dagger, cow traps. I got a lot of metal on me, so I don't think I want to get too close right now.
Okay.
I have a spear.
Okay. So as for Piera, so seeing that there is a actual door in the doorway this time, it was mentioned that the trolls seem to be standing sentry, so Piera wants to at least look with a casual glance. Is there anything like on the wall behind the trolls? Anything that seemed like they would be actually standing guard up in front of?
Okay, roll for casual glance.
Okay. This probably sounds like perception, so...
Yes, that would be a
I will
perception check.
Stealth check. What?
Although it's worth pointing out, so I did take the observant feat for Piera, so his passive perception is 16.
All right, you don't see anything back there. They just
Okay.
appear to be standing there, as if standing sentry.
Interesting. I have a suspicion, although the map might lead otherwise. All right, so that's his basically what he was doing at first. Then I know Ashley healed himself. Ashley, anything else you want to do in this room?
Are you stuck here with us, or are we stuck here with you? Shouting to the trolls.
They're kind of like those British soldier guys who don't act no matter what you do, the beef eaters.
Ah, got it.
So they're just standing there doing their best to ignore you.
And then Van's closer, be like, perhaps this is another puzzle riddle. A priddle.
Priddle. Pray tell. As you approach, they don't do anything.
How do we open the door?
They don't respond.
See. Is the door locked or just closed?
They don't respond.
Arcanix.
Oh, I'll check to see if I can open the door, or if there's a door knob or anything.
Do you leave all your metal on your person?
No, I'm gonna give it to, or just put it. No, I don't want to put it on the ground because the goblin will take it. Pierre, can you hold this real quick? Or someone who's close to me.
Certainly. Why do you ask?
Well, this door seems to like metal, so I don't want to get stabbed by my dagger while I go and try and open it.
Ah, that is prudent, and also disappointing.
Well, huh? That made me nervous, but I'm still going to go ahead and slowly touch the doorknob.
You are, without any metal on, you are able to open the door. And you'll notice those tiny holes lining the doorway on both sides of the door.
Oh.
But it's a pocket door, so once you slide it out into the wall,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have metal on you. But yeah, it's open and staying open.
Alright, now I'm going to walk back to Piera, and I'm going to take one singular caltrop from him and see if the door is still going to be affected now that it's open.
Mm.
The caltrop, are you aiming for where the door disappeared in the wall or trying to throw it through?
I am just going to hold it like... Hold on. I'm going to hold it like this in my hand and try and walk through the door and see if it gets...
You
It's magnetized to the door.
you feel it just kind of wiggle in your hand, but you're able to pass through.
Alright, cool.
Do you pass through?
I'm gonna look through so I know what's in there. I don't want to pass through yet, even if I don't know all that's in there.
Okay, you see a room that's 30 feet long, 60 feet wide, 20 feet tall, with a mirror to the east. By the way, I'm coming up the directions. It doesn't give me directions. It says mirror on one wall. On the other wall, there are 2 doors, and a stone golem is standing next to each door. And there seems to be a sign that you can't read from this distance.
My friends, we have a choice for once. There's 2 doors in this next room. Still not walking through yet, waiting for my friends.
Very well. Good job, Mr. and Mr. Troll.
I was gonna say, the trolls didn't acknowledge any of his questions, right?
Didn't move at all.
Didn't answer him, nothing? Okay.
I was gonna pat the goblin's shoulder and
Toss that coin you gave me at them. Give him a coin, see if I have to pay the toll to pass the trolls, as it were.
You got to pay the toll troll to get into this boys. Never mind.
A magical door.
Yeah,
So it looks like Ashley's passing through ahead of Arthenix.
Yep.
Okay, so who is through the door right now?
I'll go through now.
I'm through and I
I'll
brought
take
the
my
goblin
stuff
with me.
back from Pierre.
All right, who is the first person through the door? Was Ashley?
Looks like it's Ashley.
Second person through the door was
Goblin boy, come, or whatever. Goblin girl, whatever. He didn't say.
Leechbottom will follow behind all of you. Second person through the door was
Arthenix.
Arthenix.
Actually, I brought Leechbottom with me, so Leechbottom would have been second.
All right, so I'd be third then.
Okay. As Arthenix
Just
goes,
still holding the thing.
as Arthenix goes through, dozens of darts shoot out of the tiny holes.
I didn't have my medal on me though.
Can I please have a dexterity saving throw?
Well, this is gonna go great. I think I have like a +2. Let's double check this. That's not what I wanted to press. Dex, say I got a +2. Well, when you're rolling that 20, that does help.
Okay. You are not hit by the darts.
I think it was against the wall, just pinned to the wall with my shirt.
Wait, let me make sure. The PC versus when the third PC
The green one is treating me nice today. We'll keep that one up here.
Hey,
Okay, yeah.
green is an untrustworthy color.
You are not hit
Say
by
the
any
green
of the
one.
darts.
Say it one more time. I didn't get hit by darts.
You did not get hit by. You notice as you pass through, you hear a click, and then a bunch of, and
Yeah, we need vector boost crap. That probably would have been smart.
you did a miraculous jumped through, and all the darts sort of past each other.
I don't know. With a nat 20, I don't want to say I jumped through. I think I just tripped through the doorway and missed all.
Okay, I like that better. You tripped through the doorway, and none of the darts hit you. They instead hit the other walls, and
No idea what happened. Just
they go into holes on the other side.
Ooh. Okay.
so I have no idea what happened. Don't even know. I heard a click. That was it. Didn't see it.
And you heard a whoosh. You heard a click and a whoosh as you fell. But it could have been the falling that was the whoosh. Who knows?
This is true.
Mhm.
Barry, can I have my caltrops back? I like messing with people. You can keep the dagger.
I already have 2. And I feel like Pierre. So I think you asked for your stuff before you went through the doors, so Pierre would have handed those back. And then, yeah, Pierre follows behind Arthenix. After seeing the darts, he's going to take a deep breath, and then he'll advance cautiously through to see if it happens again.
Cheers.
Nothing happens.
Okay. All right. So I think this
Man, I
point we're
thought I was gonna get bigger or something. Not
through
get
that
shot
door.
at darts. Like one of us got smaller. I couldn't get bigger.
Now, this is the point where they actually added, in the newest version, just so you know, This is where they moved the
Ice room.
ice room. So we're going to go with the original room that we were playing with when we first started.
Okay.
And I think I teased you guys about this in our session. I gave you a tease. Or no, you called this out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you are in this room. It's a 30-foot long room, 60 foot wide, 20 feet tall. There's a mirror on one wall, the eastern wall. On the other wall, there are 2 doors and a stone golem standing next to each door, and a sign between the wall that says, let's not make it a sign. A speaker box. You hear an ominous voice. Oh, you decided to. You must not like animals. You attack the hellhound, but you don't attack the trolls. Very wise. So before you, you see 2 doors and 2 stone golems. One door is an exit. One door is an exit. One means your demise. One golem tells the truth, and the other one tells lies. You have one question to ask.
To each or total?
That you can't ask that.
That is your one question. That is one question you have asked, and each. I will be quite generous. I will say one question each, since you use your question so frivolously.
Now, out of character, I'm trying to think, do I want to give them a paradox, or just do the easy answer? One would be funny. It could hurt the DM's head with how to answer it. But the other one would guaranteed get us to the room if it's one question each.
And in the newest version, this whole puzzle is cut, so I don't know what to tell you. Or maybe it's earlier. I should look at the room.
All right, so my 2 thoughts, if you guys want to do it another way, I'm fine with that too. My 2 thoughts, for the paradox question, which would probably break the DM's head, I was going to ask both of them, is this question false? Then, well, if they say yes, then it's true, but then if they say no, then it's false, and paradox. And the other easy way to answer it, if you guys want to do the easy way, is just hold up 2 fingers. Am I holding 2 fingers? If it says yes, then that's the one telling the truth. And then you ask the other one, should I go through X door? And if it says no, then you go through that door because it's lying.
Mm-hmm.
There's also, what would your brother say the correct door was?
I never, personally, out of game, I never understood how that produces an answer.
Because the one who tells the truth will tell you what the liar would say, which would be the opposite of what the truth teller would say.
So I get, because if he says, if the liar
The truth teller would tell you what the liar would say, and the liar would say the wrong door. The liar.
But how do you know the difference at that point?
So let's say which door, if you ask, and you don't know yet, but if you ask the liar, which door would your brother say is the right one? And they would say the left door. Then you ask the brother, that tells the truth, which door is the right one? Well, if they say the left door, then they're lying. If they say the right door, then they're telling the truth. And the other one is lying.
Okay.
So when you go to the liar ones and you say, what would your brother say was the correct door? They know that the brother would say the correct door, so they have to give you the false door.
But how do you know that's the lying one?
Because because both give you the same result of the false door. So you take the one that's not that.
You ask one, which is the correct door.
Okay, you've explained that to me. I've watched the Labyrinth, and I've had people try to explain that to me. You made me get it. Again, MVP.
Okay, that's good.
So,
I learned it from Samurai Jack.
That's fair. Samurai Jack is a good show.
I forgot Samurai Jack covered that, but you're right.
So, yeah, to me at least, the easiest way is go up to one of the golems, hold up, let's just say 2 fingers. Am I holding up 2 fingers? If he says no, then I ask the other one, which door should I go through? If he says the left one, then he's telling the truth because they just lied when I held up 2 fingers and they said no. That's the easy way to do this, but if you guys want to come up with a fun way to do this, then I'm down with that. Or we just throw a goblin through a door and see what happens. So I guess I have 3 answers.
Goblins are not disposable toys.
I didn't say this in character.
Oh, okay.
I am definitely thinking it and staring down the goblin, but I am not saying it out loud. Just a quick question while we're thinking this over. Matt, you've only used that 1 spell, right?
Correct.
All
So,
I'm just trying to see where we're at with
yeah,
spells.
Pierre's got 2 more spell slots. And I also want to point out, so because of the level, Pierre only has 1st level spells, so if he were to use a scroll of invisibility, he would have to make a check to use its high level that he can currently cast.
Gotcha. Well, I could use Scroll of Invisibility on you, is the difference.
Right.
Though.
Right. I'm saying, like, in terms of who can actually use the scroll. So
Gotcha.
it's sort of half and half for Pierre. He can technically use it, but he has to make a check for it.
So I have, double checking real quick, so I have a feat that gives me 1 free use of Misty Step and 1 free use of Charm Person. So I used Misty Step last session with the dogs. But
Okay.
besides that, I have 3 first level and 2 second level left.
Okay.
So I'm alright on spells.
All right.
How
Right.
old do these golems look? They look like new, or they look like they've been here a while?
They crawl
Roll,
into ash.
roll either a perception or investigation check.
I'll roll 1, you roll the other if you want. If
Sure.
DM allows.
Yeah, go for it. You guys are, there's no timer or anything. You're in this,
16.
the door shut behind
Which one did
you.
you roll?
I rolled investigation.
Alright. 18 perception then.
Okay, you both notice that they are in excellent condition. There's no chips. There's no...
Would you allow an
Hang-
Arcana check to see if...
hang on one quick second. Let me revise what I just said. There is a layer of dust. Not. It's like they're polished, but in the corners and crevices, you can tell there's a little dust. But the flat surfaces and open faces have been cleaned. It's just not to great detail. You'll notice that the golem on the right looks like it has a little more wear and tear than the golem on the left.
Hmm.
Well, that will give us another way to answer our thing.
I'm going to use prestidigitation to start cleaning the golems off. Just wait, excuse me, grandfather golem. You seem to have been left in disrepair.
Just as a thought, that would give us another way to answer it, because if we can tell the one has more wear and tear and most likely is older, we can say, are you older than that golem? And then if he says yes or no, then we know which one he is. Just as another way to solve this.
I'm gonna go pee, and then when I come back, I'm probably gonna ask my solution, and then we'll see if that
Yeah.
works.
Okay.
Well, I gave my solution. If you guys want to use that, that's fine. If not, I get it, because that's a very simple and almost boring way to do it.
Hmm.
I need to charge my phone.
With an 18, in your check, it's not wear and tear from aging. I'll just help you with
Wear
that.
and tear from battle?
It looks like there have been something that did a little damage to parts of it.
Alright. Would you, in that case, because they look pristine, would you allow an Arcana check to see if they're magically look like that? I know they're magical creatures, but like to see if they're magically still looking nice, or if they're just nice because they're new. See how old the
Roll an
magic
Arcana
is, I
check.
guess.
Roll an Arcana check. You have no time limit on this.
Well, technically, we learned last time it's like a 25-minute time limit. We won't go with that. +2, well, that doesn't help when you roll a 6. That's an 8 total.
They are magical creatures. They are not. Their appearance is not being magically affected. That you can tell.
Okay, so they're new in a new way. All right.
Did I say they were new?
No, you said they looked clean. And
Clean.
That's just my thought of that is if they're...
They look like they've been cleaned. Like, you know when someone dusts and they don't get the corners, but they dust off the surfaces? That's the kind of clean I mean. Like,
Yeah, well, my thought was, like, knowing they're golems, if they were older, they'd have, like, cracks and kind of, like, pieces crumbling off of them more.
yeah, it's not like that. It's more like maybe a little bit of damaging has happened to the one on the right, more so than the one on the left.
As I dust them down, tell me, Grandfather Golem, what would your companion say the correct exit from this place is?
So if you're asking... Okay. So if you're asking the one that's lying, it will... Okay. I see what you're saying. My counterpart would tell you... You're asking the one that's damaged a little bit?
Whichever one is this on the right.
Okay. My companion, my counterpart would tell you the door next to me is your exit.
Thank you for your assistance. It is this door over here.
You open it, and it opens. You see a bunch of tiny little holes, but it still opens.
I'm going to take a step back, just in case.
I just go straight through. I'm not. Come on, little ones.
Is that door 20?
Yeah,
I believe so.
Yes.
20 is all the way in the corner, yeah.
Yeah, just a moment. Piera
Wait a second.
Piera mutters, "Oh, okay." Because after the last door, Piera's going to be on alert and actually start checking that door for potential traps.
That's fair. I just had a real flashback to the Gmod Death Run where you go through one door and it just auto kills you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm gonna take a step back just in case.
I'm ready for whatever puzzle remains to be found. Come on.
It looks like Erik is looking for it. Like anything you need to retcon or correct for us, Erik.
You know what's weird is it gives me this... In the room, there's this puzzle. I guess that's why this was... Well, no, the magnetic door was cut. Door 20. I'm going to make that the door to... Okay, so you are now in the hallway.
The hallway past 20?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so it's like they'll go through.
Okay. Well, at least one person is in the hallway. I won't say that you all went through.
Okay. Like I said, Piero was going to take some time to check the doorway and make sure there aren't other traps there. So if you need me to roll investigation or something similar, I can do that.
You can roll an you want to check for traps going through door 20?
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Go, all right.
Yeah.
You saw them go through.
Oh, okay.
And what'd you roll?
Natural 20 for a total of 23.
Yeah. While there are holes, it doesn't appear that anything's coming in or out of these holes.
Mm-hmm.
And you can pass through unharmed.
My eyes are sharp. These holes are not.
Okay. You see an obsidian vault door. You can see that there's stairs behind this door, but in front of those stairs, There is an obsidian vault door.
Okay.
And there is what looks like it requires a 3-digit code to open it. And then next to that, there's one clue that says 548. One number is correct and in the correct place. And then you hear through the disembodied speaker, Bundapa, congratulations! You have made it. You chose the right door. I'm so pleased you did not meet your demise through the right door. If you need your code, you must come see me. And then further on, where is that the green one that's to the right of the rest of the party? Is that Ashley? Ashley, you see in front of you 530. None of these numbers are correct. And the lights in the hallway in front of you was standing up, magically sealed. To your right is the hallway, and the room at the end of the hallway starts to glow bright.
Just a double check. The first one was 584, right?
First one was 548. I'm a little dyslexic too. 548.
Playing mastermind here, got it.
The next one was 530 with a little sign saying none of these numbers are correct.
Okay.
But one of the 548 is correct and in the correct spot.
Yes.
And that's it.
Yes, that's what you have so far.
Yep.
And sorry, I'm stupid. I'm writing this down. 5. What for the next one?
It was 548. One of those is correct in the
Discord chat.
And then 530. None of those numbers are correct.
Alright, so the 4 or the 8 is correct so far.
Okay.
No 5.
And
so
at the cusp of room 21, you can see there is another plaque.
Okay.
I'll walk over that way. I'll lead the charge.
Yeah, you said that something was really bright or became really bright.
Yes, the room 21 the lights just turned on, and you hear monitors and buzzing and beeping and clicking all around the room. Different noises from different machines and different monitors all around the room.
Okay. Well, I feel like
You ever read that plaque?
Yes, the plaque there says 157. 2 numbers are correct, but in the wrong place. And as you can look into room 21, I'll give you the description. The room is 70 feet long, 70 feet wide, 20 feet tall, with one door on one wall and 10 large windows on the walls around the room. There's a chair in front of each window. And you can see that these, on the other side of these windows, lead into the rooms. There were the mirrors on the other side of the... On the other side was a mirror to each of the rooms you've been in. A mine, a tall, lanky, bald-headed creature with tentacles coming off the bottom of its mouth, otherwise known as a mind flayer, stands in the center of the room next to a table. He says, congratulations, you've exhibited some enticing mental behaviors. Here, come closer. I need some food for thought. Roll initiative.
Okay.
Can they just turn into a mind flayer real quick to fuck with him? His chains ring?
Is that take an action or a bonus action?
Oh, I mean, yeah, but I was hoping to just do it to...
I'll let you do it.
Not actually get anything.
I'll let you do it just for fun. Shits and giggles.
Yeah, just gets and shiggles.
Yeah.
I have 9.
Okay. Let me, that's interesting. Alright, anyone get over 20?
I nat one this one.
Okay.
I'm faster than the rogue? What?
Anyone get
Yeah.
I'm faster than everybody.
I
anyone
got a
get
whopping 4 total.
anyone get between 15 and 20? Between 10 and 15?
Got a 13.
Okay. Arth next. $13. Oh, the Mind Flayer is wearing a dark gray lab coat with an eccentric black lapel that's shiny and jagged, and shiny black jagged features around the pocket. He's got a monocle that he lowers and some other fun tools.
Is he just ready to fight? Like there's no chance of not fighting?
He looks hungry.
What's the Mind Flayer's initiative?
Mind Flayer got a 10. Anyone get between 5 and 10? Okay.
Well, Ashley said you got a 9, right?
So the order is Arcanix, Mind Flayer, Ashley, Piera.
And the Goblin got a 4. So anybody?
Ooh.
That's 4 total.
Yes.
That's a tie with Piera.
Okay.
What's the goblin's dexterity mod?
The Goblin gets a 2.
Okay. Piera's got a +3.
Okay, so I'll do
You also
Piera.
rolled a nat 1 though.
Yeah,
that doesn't do anything special for initiative rolls.
All right, so I'm gonna mark you as a 5. Goblin
Alright.
is at 4. And
Okay.
what did Ashley get?
9.
Oh, you got a 9?
Mm-hmm.
So it's me, Arthanix, the Mind Flayer, Ashley, Piera, and then our Goblin friend.
Arthnix, you are first to act. Arthnix, looking like the Mind Flayer, you are first to act.
Alright, first turn of initiative. So, can we just get put in that room first so I can see where we are compared to... Where is the Mind Flayer in the room?
Dead center of the room. Dead center.
Dead center? Okay. So, probably more than... No. I'm gonna get... Well, let me check the spell real quick before I do it. That would probably be helpful. Again, don't play spellcasters a lot. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna get just to the edge of 30 feet. So I'm within 30 feet of him. And if you don't give me any bonus to this because we said it was just for shits and giggles, I get that. But knowing I look like a Mind Flayer and I have a free use, as in no spell slot needed to cast Charm Person, looking like a Mind Flayer, and first, before anybody fights, I'm like, brother, please, they passed our test. Why would we eat them now? And just charm him, see if that does anything.
Okay. So you were casting Charm Person?
Yes, which, if you are saying we are 100% in combat, then he gets advantage on this.
Disadvantage. I thought Charm Person in combat gets disadvantage.
He has to make a save, so he gets advantage because
Oh, that's right. So yeah, he definitely will get advantage on this. What's the DC he needs?
14 wisdom.
14? Okay.
14 in wisdom. I know they're smart. I don't think they're that.
Alright, well, he has a...
Does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting him.
He's got a 17 plus 3, so that's an
Okay, he passes.
unnatural 20.
Alright, so that was...
And he laughs at your face. He laughs, saying, I can detect your mind, silly. I know who you are. You are not my brother.
Alright, fair enough.
But that makes for a more delicious snack.
Just double checking. You can't use 2 meta magics at once, right?
Don't believe so.
Alright, never mind.
I'm not 100% on that.
You can only use one magic option on a spell when you cast unless otherwise noted.
Okay. So yeah.
Alright,
I think Empowered is the only exception.
I
in
put
using
acid
the-
on the ground. Is that going to screw you guys, or is that okay?
I think that'll be fine.
Alright, then I will That's not what I want to do. I will use Quicken Spell. So, actually, no, I won't. I'm just going to use my bonus action to use my innate sorcery, which I should have done this first, I guess, but it didn't matter because he rolled a 30, 20. As a bonus action, I can unleash magic for a minute where my spell DC goes up by 1 and I have advantage on sorcerer spell attacks.
Okay. That happens.
So I have advantage on attacks and my spell DC is 1 higher for this.
What does casting that spell look like?
That's a good question. I think I shed the disguise I have on and fully just become a true changeling with the weird gray, slimy, not so like no definite face. The face keeps changing and looking and turning and doesn't have a set thing because he doesn't know what he looks like anymore. And he just fully embraces that as you see scales slowly appear down his face and chest. And he just fully embraces the sorcerous potential within him.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of shines a little bit because he's Fae. So.
Okay. And then you cast something with acid?
No, I'm not doing the acid. I said forget that for him.
Okay.
So I tried Charm Person with my action. Didn't work. Bonus action, I did that, which spell save goes up by 1, and I have advantage on sorcerer spell attacks.
Beautiful.
Which is all my attacks.
Awesome.
And I will move. Because if we're all in the room now, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Then I will just put myself as far as I can north of him. Like, if I was just within 30 feet, I'll just go 30 feet straight north. Because I have spells that have range. So.
Hi there.
Hi, it's hot. Be very careful.
So are you. Food just arrived. You guys.
Ooh.
Thank you. I love you.
What is it? What is it? What food?
My wife made a lovely shepherd's pie.
Ooh, very nice.
And I was peeling potatoes. That's why I was 2 minutes late to joining on. That's what I was doing for this. Anyway.
That's all right. You were making dinner. I was eating dinner. It works out.
Apparently, it's only shepherd's pie if it's lamb.
Really?
It's a cottage pie if it's beef.
And then it's a cottage pie.
Interesting. I just like possum pie, which doesn't actually have possum in it.
Good to know.
Okay, so
So it's a dessert that's like pudding and whipped cream and other pudding and other stuff.
Oh, okay.
he's
It's
going
good.
to what is his speed? 30 feet. Are all of you still over there?
I am
Well,
way up top.
We were like on our way there, and Arthanax led the way in, so I had us where we were last when you had us roll initiatives.
Okay, I remember someone being Arthanex was at the mouth of the room, but he
Right.
He just
and I was-
yeah, and he had his turn, and he moved all the way north.
Oh, I see him up there. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see where
I was
he moved.
I was gonna appear like advance before the talking and combat started, but I didn't get a chance to say anything.
I'll allow you to do that while the talking happened if you want.
Okay, I'll have him be like at the entrance to the room. So I would have wanted to have him like be in front of Arthanex.
And I would have been close behind Arthanax.
Okay. All
Our
right.
goblin
So
friend can just cower in a corner if he's scared. That's fine. Well, he did do 4 damage to the hellhound, though.
Okay.
Yeah, that's more than
Just
that
bring-
sorcerer did.
Hey. We gotta admit it, though. He did more damage than me and the rogue.
And the goblin is with you guys too. You'll get the goblin to attack.
Okay.
Use him as cannon fodder.
Okay, so he will he gets a 60-foot cone. So I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can reach all the way to the goblin.
Mm-hmm.
All of you, his tentacles frill up and like all land on his head at different spots, and a psychic blast reaches out, and everyone in that hallway and just outside the hallway in the 60-foot cone right there must succeed on an intelligence saving throw.
So I'm good on this?
Yes, it's not hitting you.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna go to the bathroom quick.
Okay. Alright. It saves. Luckily, I think the gnome gets advantage on this.
I have 16 total.
Ugh.
You succeed.
I have 12 total.
You have 12 total.
Yeah, even with advantage, I roll pretty low on this dice.
Okay.
I will say, I do have the musician feat, which gives heroic inspiration after the end of a rest. We might have had that at the start of the adventure. That's up to the DM, I think.
I'll let you have that at the start because it started with a rest.
All right.
You and Spike start with a heroic inspiration.
24. 24 plus 4. It's 28. And the goblin rolls an intelligence saving throw. He got a nat 1.
Explodes.
Yes.
Scanners.
The goblin is going to go...
Use that inspiration here.
And his mind explodes. He takes 28 points of psychic damage, along with Piera. There is it is make it or break it, so you don't take any damage, Ashley. But Piera, you take the 28 psychic damage and are stunned.
Well, the 28's enough to knock Pierre out flat out. So yeah, this is already not going well.
While we're doing this, quick question: inspiration doesn't stack, right?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
You know what? You did have inspiration if you wanted to re-roll your saving throw.
I mean, I don't have. Can I give him inspiration? That's not how that works.
Well, I gave him inspiration last session that he never got to use. So if you wanted to roll your...
That's why I was double checking, because I got inspiration for trying to do dumb stuff with the Hellhounds.
Yeah.
And then
he got inspiration for
from
the unicorn.
Mr. Dragonborn.
So if Pierre wanted to roll that D20 saving throw again, the intelligence saving throw again, to see if he passes...
I already did the re-roll with whatever inspiration you just granted. I rolled a nat 1, so...
Oh, okay. So then,
Yeah, that didn't work out.
Okay.
So yeah, Pierre is just out.
You are out. Okay, so it is your turn.
That's 20 right here.
At 20, let's see your death saving throw.
I think I go after the Arcanist after
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you are
you're
absolutely right. You are. I'm sorry, Ashley. It is your
I got
turn.
that written down and I forgot. You're right.
Ashley, it's your turn.
I'm the bonus action healing word.
Nice.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
I have an idea for this fight, but I'll wait for my next turn.
Actually, I might use Cure Wounds instead.
Okay.
Might be more
That's fair.
beneficial for a bigger heal up front.
D8 versus D4. Don't know how much of a difference it's going to make against a Mind Flayer at level 4, but we can try.
You're gonna have to get to touch him, right?
Yeah, but I also have 40 feet of movement, so
Beautiful.
It's not.
Beautiful.
Well, you can move 5 feet, touch him, and then still have 35 feet movement.
Okay.
It's either 1d8 or 2d8. I'm not sure which. I'm trying to find the spell in the new player's scout sheet.
Level 1 Cure Wounds is only 1d8, and it goes
Nope,
up by
it's
1d8.
2d8 plus spellcasting modifier.
Oh, is it 2d8? I'm crazy.
Yeah, he's
Almost
using.
all the healing spells got a bit of a bump.
Yeah, we're talking about 2024.
Yeah.
Got it. I know 5e is different.
4, 3, 5. 8, 4, 3, 5.
20.
8.
8 and 3 is
Okay.
11. 4 and 5 is 9. 11 plus 9.
Thank you.
Wow, it's almost
Plus
as hard as
your-
you.
Was that plus
plus
your
my
modifier?
ability modifier of charisma for +4. 24 cured to you.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, I'm guessing you.
That's
did
a
that
second.
level,
That's my
right?
second level spell slot for cure wounds.
Yeah, those definitely got a buff.
Yeah, wow.
You are
That would've
undoing
been
my actions!
12 before. All right.
Then I will move. Then I will move up. And
Just if you have the movement, just a thought, maybe get behind him so that you're not in the same cone as the rest of us.
yep. Just before I go, just lean down. Cast cure wounds on Pierre, like hand on your chest. Pass some magic into you. Just whisper, "You can do this. I believe in you."
I'm so happy I'm not the one with cure wounds, because my cure wounds would just be smacking you in the face to wake you up.
So you come alive, you're no longer knocked out, but you're still under the stun condition.
35.
Okay.
Well, I thought that went away when you went unconscious. All right, no, no.
Unconscious doesn't override other ones.
And since I inspired my ally, I get to punch.
Who'd you give inspiration to? Because I already had it.
To Pierre. Yeah.
All right, making sure.
6 plus 5 is 11. Nope.
To hit?
11 to hit.
That does not hit, yeah.
I'm done.
Okay.
Now it's Pierre.
Now it is Pierre's turn.
Okay, and Pierre is stunned, so it just ends his turn.
You can make you can repeat your saving throw at the end of your turn.
Okay. Okay, it's the same effect. So then I'll roll
You have
advantage.
inspiration this time, bardic inspiration this time too, if you need it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well this time the dice are much better, so that becomes a 22 intelligence save.
You snap out of it. You are no longer stunned. You are undoing my effects!
Yes, I can do this. Alright, is that an end of turn effect?
That's the end of turn effects. The goblin
Right.
is head splatted and looks
He's full dead.
looks delicious. Arthnix, it is your turn.
All right. Well, I have two thoughts, but let's see if I can actually do these. You gotta remember I have advantage on these attack rolls. I don't want to metagame this too much, but my one thought is just keep trying to command him so he can't attack.
Even that his save at that is gonna be pretty fucking high.
Yeah, it's wisdom. It's not like it's intelligence, but he does get a +3 to it.
Look, if there's one thing I know about being a nerd, it's that their weak point is in physical harm.
This is true. I'm just thinking, because he just downed you in one turn, if I could just keep commanding him so he can't attack. It's just a thought. I'll do something else. It's fine. So I'll just use my action for now to cast Sorcerous Burst again, and we'll make it fire damage. Fuck it. That is 18 total.
18 total. So this is not a saving throw. You're making the attack. You hit.
It's an attack, yeah. Cool. I hit. That's
What does it look like?
1d8, and this is the spell where if I roll an 8 on the d8, it explodes.
What does it look
Nice.
like when you cast the spell?
So I can choose what type of damage it does. So this time I think it kind of looks like a modified firebolt, and instead of being just regular flames, it's like a pinkish, bluish, almost mixture of flames as I just kind of flick it at him.
Cotton candy.
Lick it at him.
Yeah, just. And if it's an 8, it explodes. so let's hope. Damn it, 7. That's alright. Alright, so that's 7 damage for my action.
Do you add a modifier to it?
No, that's a cantrip. It just does damage. Damage.
Okay.
But then I will, however, use. Oh, if I can go back to that. I will use. We said we're fine with a little bit of acid on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. And in that case, I will use Tasha's Caustic Brew at a 2nd level using my Meta Magic Quicken spell, which is a DC 15 Dex save. And this is a stream of acid emanates from you in a line 30 feet long and 5 feet wide in a direction of your choice. So I'm going to have to move towards him, so I'm within 30 feet. And then I'm going to move as close as I can to see if I can get it kind of around him. So
I think you're exactly 30 feet already.
Yeah. You're exactly
I'll move,
30 feet currently.
I'll move 15 feet closer, cast this, and then I'll move back. So just keep me there, I guess.
And this is something you can cast without hitting Ashley?
If I put it at an angle, it's 5 feet wide. So I mean, if I have to, I'll take a step to the right or whatever.
Okay.
The lines, well, they're pretty easy to aim.
And then a jump to
Yeah,
the right.
It's like a acid version of lightning bolt, but shorter.
Okay.
It's only 30 feet instead of 100 feet.
He's rolling his
So-
save.
DC 15 Dex.
Dex. He gets a +1 to Dex. His first roll was a 6, but he's got magical resistance. With a 14 on the dice, he gets +1. That's 15 total. Does he take any half damage or anything?
He takes half damage. It's just, I mean, if he failed, he takes 2d4 acid damage at the start of each turn. But that's still 44 damage at least. Yeah, because I cast it at 2nd level.
Half of 44, so roll it and divide it by 2.
Oh, I threw one off the floor. Well, that's a 4, a 3, and a 4 so far. And that's another 4. Wow.
11, 15. So that'll be 7 points of damage. We're at 20.
And now there's acid on the ground, so just because I'm probably going to use that next turn because I have one more 2nd level spell slot. Covered in acid. So, covered in acid for the spell's duration, or until a creature uses its action to scrape or wash the acid off itself.
It's on him, or is it on the floor?
So he's saved. So right now it's just on the floor.
Copy.
So it's the whole line that you made is acid, or just the one spot you shot?
It shoots in a line and it hit him, so that's all that's acid.
So just the
Not like
spot
that.
under him?
Here, I'll just read it because I might be thinking of it wrong.
I don't think it's all or nothing.
A stream of acid emanates from you in a line 30 feet long and 5 feet wide in a direction you choose. Each creature in the line must succeed on a dex save or be covered in acid for the spell's duration or until a creature uses its action to scrape or wash the acid off of itself or another creature. A creature covered in the acid takes 2d4 acid damage at the start of each turn. So,
I think that's an all or nothing. If it fails, it gets covered in acid. Otherwise, it just doesn't take anything. Unfortunately.
yeah,
Hold on.
alright, so that would... Alright, no, never mind, I do nothing.
Oh, so it doesn't take half?
No, it's
Correct.
4d4. So because I cast it, I can cast it at 1st level too. It would have been 4d4 plus 2d4 every turn. But
So,
it's not.
so the acid hits his rubber lab coat and just sort of drips off. Hi. Just sort of
Ooh, that's fun.
just sort of drips off of his rubber lab coat onto the floor and sizzles. My precious floor shall need a deep cleaning after this. And because you were,
That would have been really good.
he's right in front of you, so it's not gonna do what it was gonna do. It's gonna his tentacles in front of his mouth lash out and try to wrap around and grab Ashley. Oh, off the charts.
Ashley's not stunned though, right? I think.
Ashley's not stunned. It is a 19 plus 7 to
19 is a
hit.
hit.
Okay, so yeah, it's a 26 total.
Yeah.
Target
I don't
takes...
think he can eat your brain though, because you're not stunned. So
Well,
I think it. I mean, unless
hang
I
on.
think 5e is a stretch
Hang
for
on.
you to be-
There's at least one other step.
There's another step here.
Yeah,
If the
that's what I'm
target
thinking
is
about.
if the target is medium or smaller, the target is grappled. You'll take 9 plus 4, 13 points of psychic damage.
You still up?
I'm up.
And you must make a DC escape DC for the grapple check is 15.
Okay. Is it a grapple automatically one, or it
is an
allowed
automatic.
to try and initiate as part of the attack?
If it hits, you are grappled.
Okay.
Target is grappled with a DC 15. It must escape. You're going to get a couple of checks here.
Yeah. All right. So he took his turn.
You can
I'm gonna
make...
use my action to try and break free.
Well, you could get an escape as part of his attack. It says it doesn't say it has to wait till your turn. So his
I think the escape DC just sets what happens if you try to escape. I don't think it's automatic.
It's grappled, and okay.
So the grapple is an automatic condition of hitting with the attack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then the escape DC to break out of it on my turn is set at 15.
Well, there's another check, a save coming right now, so I'm willing to give you an escape check first.
Okay.
We are very low level, and he just one shot our probably most powerful hitter.
I have a 16 total.
You are not grappled.
Okay.
It's trying to get its tentacles wrapped around you, but you are not grappled. And so you do not have to make an intelligence saving throw, or else be stunned, which would negate your next grapple escape.
So just to be clear, our bard who likes to fist everything and give everything head got slapped in the face by tentacles.
Yes, the tentacles are trying to wrap around the bard, and it's not working because he escaped it. Had it worked, he would have to roll against being stunned.
Stunned.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to give him the escape DC now. Otherwise, it's...
Okay, thank you.
The only mind flare I'm thinking of is from Dimension 20 from Fantasy High. So I'm like, do I remember what this does?
So that's the Mind Flayer's turn. He's not going to move. He's just going to try to get those tentacles wrapped around you. Ashley, it is now your turn. You are not grappled.
So I did or did not have to spend my action at the start of my turn to get out.
You did not have to spend an action at the start of your turn.
All right. My action is going to be to punch.
Okay.
Do you have any heals that you can use on yourself if you have to?
I have 2 first level spell slots left.
And maybe you're right. I probably should have waited and just said you're stunned, but that means that you're stunned for this round. Yeah, because
I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to think because I don't know how low you are in health, but you are. I'm pretty sure our only healer, so maybe make sure you don't die.
I'm at 18.
Okay, so you're okay for now. Never mind. You know this game better than I do. I'll shut up.
15 plus 5, 20.
20 does hit.
Uh, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage.
Stop resisting me eating your brains.
And I will bonus action. I will send that bardic to... Matt, did you use the bardic on your saving throw last time?
No, I didn't have to.
Okay, I'll throw the bardic to
I already have one, so don't.
Then I can't. I'll hold on to that bardic for later.
If only you could bardic yourself, but sadly this game is boring.
Yeah, it's almost like it's supposed to inspire other people.
Yeah.
Just my thought is because most bards are, I feel like most bards for D&D, like the stereotype of bards, would be looking in a mirror like, "Damn, you look good today," like you know.
No, actors
They're
are self-deprecating.
inspired.
Dancers are self-deprecating. Are you kidding me?
In real life, yes. In D&D, they cook everything, so I would think maybe they pump themselves up too.
So, does that conclude your turn, Ashley?
Yes.
Piera, you are now up.
All right, Piero is no longer stunned. He gets up from out of prone, draws his rapier. He's going to cunning action to dash so that he can then get right in and flank the Mind Flayer with Ashley, and go for a stab at his rapier.
Nice.
Another nat 1.
Ooh, you're flanking though, so you have advantage.
Are we using that rule?
No, you would get your sneak attack if you got the hit, but that's what that is.
Yeah.
Maybe
Gosh.
not.
Darn it. All right. Wow.
I was
This,
playing We're
So,
not doing good, gang.
as you approach,
we're just not doing anything.
As you approach, you see these massive tentacles wrapped around the neck, trying to wrap around the neck and head of your Dragonborn cohort, and it's just a little intimidating. And you get in that one.
It's so sad. I was test rolling just to make sure I wouldn't roll off my desk, and I got 2 20s at one point
Oh,
with this die. Yeah, and then this is like my third nat 1.
you
I
burned
think
those
you're just
20s.
whipping the slime from his tentacles that is on the floor.
Well, next turn you could use steady aim. Maybe that'll give you some better chances.
Arthnix, you are now
Cool.
up.
So, first things first, because I still have 2 sorcery points. So I'm going to, as a cantrip for my action, use my Sorcerer's Burst again, which is at advantage because I used that thing in the first round.
Okay.
Not 20, please. Oh, 19 plus 6, so
Hits.
25.
That does hit.
D8, please explode for me. Hey, that's an explosion. I did an 8.
Nice.
Yay.
That is a 5, so 13. We'll call it cold damage. So 13 cold damage, and then I will one more time, I think. So if I just double checking, if I use twin spell, can I hit him twice, or would it have to be a different target?
You can hit him twice, but didn't you just quicken a spell?
That was last turn. I have.
Was
just
one of those
one more.
the cantrip is an action? Is the other one a bonus action?
No, but chromatic orb is an action, but I would quicken. Oh yeah, I can't quicken. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, because you can't quicken and twin, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I can't. But I will. Yeah, screw it. I'll do chromatic orb anyway with quicken spell, which will be my last set of sorcery points.
Okay. And that's what got you the 13?
And I have advantage on this.
Okay. So this is an attack coming now.
Yes, and I'm gonna. I'll do second level. Why not? Because I have advantage. And wow, that was almost horrible. Is it 16 enough?
Drum roll,
You could
please.
add in a bardic.
Yes,
I do have
a
that
16
too.
works. A 16 works.
Okay, okay. That was on a 1 and a 2 for the longest time. That scared me. What is chromatic orb is 4d8 at second level, and we'll make this. I'm just gonna keep switching up. We'll do lightning damage this time. Actually, hold on. No, we won't. Because apparently, if I do acid damage, I do 48 versus 3d8 for the rest. So we'll do acid damage.
Okay.
Oh, bad rolls. Not horrible. 17 damage. 17 acid damage. I don't think that makes a difference with the Mind Flayer, but
No, but this time it does seep into his lab coat. He doesn't do a save or anything, right?
No. You just choose the type. I do 48 with acid, 38 with everything else.
You have to hit, and you hit. Copy.
If you roll the same number on 2 or more of the d8s, which I did, I rolled 2 6s. The orb leaps to a different target of your choice within 30 feet of the well, I don't have another target, so I'm not going to
Yeah, unfortunately.
If I did, I could make a new attack roll, but I can't.
Yeah,
Okay.
Chromatic Orb, it's got a little bit of Chaos Bolt DNA.
The Mind Flayer will roll to see if it gets his Psychic Mind Blast back. It does not. So it's going to keep up its tentacle attack on the Dancer Bard.
Nerd.
With a plus 7, does 10 hit?
No.
Damn.
I'm just being caressed,
Yeah, it can't get
making me shiny and wet.
it can't get a hold on you, and it doesn't work. I'm gonna check. I want to check one thing, because
Prepare for me to do a lot less damage because I have no more sorcery points.
does Dominate Monster work on people?
Yes,
I think
No.
yeah, it's been to work on like everything.
Monster, I think works on monstrosities.
No, it works on
Dominate
it works on
for
anything.
animals.
It works on anything. Okay, that's good to know.
Especially
But yeah,
dominant creature.
it already did its tentacle attack. It's not going to move and risk getting hit, so it doesn't get its Mind Blast back.
I just retcon because it doesn't matter for this. Can I just move like directly north of him with my 30 feet?
Oh, did you not move your at all? Yeah, you can
No,
you can use your movement.
So, yeah.
His tentacles miss. It's now Ashley's turn.
And just real quick, just because I'm curious, doesn't mean anything for the fight. If I look through that mirror, can I see the room we were in?
Yes, I already said all of them are windows that look into the rooms you were already in.
Cool.
Coincidentally, the room in the corner you can see Dorn being eaten and torn apart by
Ooh,
hellhounds.
unfortunate.
Interesting. Someone remind me that I have Bardic next time.
You would have been really helpful to have in this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you built a great fighter for this.
I'm just gonna go with
Just like
punch.
me sitting in a corner, just go.
I'm gonna roll a 1. I'm done.
Okay. I really feel like penalizing these nat ones, but we're not in 4 or 3 or 5.
We don't need to death spiral words.
Yeah. Piera, you are up.
Don't worry, next time I'll use my Bardic if I have to, so you can use it.
If you wanted brains, you could stack on that goblin. Anyway, steady aim. So since the Mind Flayer is totally focused on Ashley, he's able to line up his rapier for advantage. Well, one of the dice came up another nat 1, but with the other one's much better.
Okay.
That's a 22 total with the rapier.
22 hits.
All right, time for some sneak attack. All right, rapier is a d8 plus 2d6 sneak attack.
Just fair warning, I can't give more Dragon's Breath, so you're down
Okay.
to sneak attack on me.
That's totally fine. 16 piercing. I'm sorry, 19. Forgot to add my dexterity.
19 piercing. Okay.
Yep.
His tentacles sort of flare as you stab him through the back. You're supposed to be eaten. All right. It's 19, you said?
How's he
Yes.
looking? Question.
He is very
I don't know
bloodied.
Actual HP, but if
He is very bloodied. I'm going to write a number down. And I'm going to do the
The Brennan.
Brennan.
All right. Well, that might. Now I gotta actually think of what I want to do. I just knew. Now I gotta think. That's not a very good strong suit of mine.
Deal 3 damage. I'm gonna write another number down.
Arthnix is up.
Yep. Do I have any bonus actions that are... No, I don't. Screw it. We'll do another chromatic orb. First level this time. We'll do thunder damage this time, because why not?
Okay.
I swear I do want to use that, but that was your bardic for you. But that was a 16 on the die, plus 6 is 22.
22 hits.
Cool. And that is another 3d8 of thunder damage. Wow, that was good rolls. 2 7s and a 6 for 20 damage.
20 damage.
Oh yeah. Right, 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 6 is 20.
Yep.
20 thunder damage.
I can't. Yeah.
It was a 9. 9.
Yeah,
9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9.
I'm gonna aim this directly at his head to make sure that it doesn't hit my friends, and because it's thunder damage, I think his head just explodes.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
That happened. Describe how the chromatic. So, describe what the spell looks like, and then his head explodes, which is funny because he eats brains.
Exactly. You like eating brains? Eat this, and I'm gonna throw this chromatic orb at him. That will, knowing it's thunder damage, I think it'll have, like, if you guys have played Baldur's Gate, you know how like it's like the purple waves is what thunder damage is. It just it's like those purple waves, but in a ball form, so it looks like a brain flying at him, and it hits him square between the eyes, goes into his head, like almost like through him into him, and just his whole head shakes before erupting and exploding with guts all over you too.
Beautiful, beautiful. That happens. You see tentacles fly off, get stuck to the wall, and he just sort of bubbles and stands there for a moment before collapsing. And the table there is a table in the room you see does contain that 75 gold coins. Congratulations.
Okay.
The other plaques, the other plaques with the clues to the riddle to open up the exit door, drop down in front of you.
Okay.
So you get all of them. You get the 75 gold, and then you get everything you've already saw. 548. One number is correct. The other is in the correct place. One number is correct in the correct place. 530. None of those are correct. 157. 2 numbers are correct, but in the wrong place. 806, 1 number is correct, but in the wrong place. 647, 1 number is correct, but in the wrong
I
place.
had 157.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, sorry. What was the 806 clue?
Okay, 157, 2 numbers are correct in the wrong place. 806, 1 number is correct, but in the wrong place.
Mm-hmm.
And 647, 1 number is correct, but in the wrong place.
If I did this right,
Number is correct. Was there a but there on 647?
647, 1 number is correct, but in the wrong place.
so there's 2 options here from what I can tell. If I did this right, it's either 718. No, it's 718. Done.
Yeah, I was figuring out after the 3 clues, like there's 2 possible answers, and so we just need to figure out. We just need one of the numbers to get confirmed. So yeah, 718 should be the correct answer.
Yeah, I had it written down. Once we knew that the 8 was correct, I had 817, 871, and 718, and then with it saying, yeah, okay.
So you figured out 718. Do you go over and type that into the keypad?
Mm-hmm.
Do you take the 75 gold?
I don't, but they can.
Yeah, I take the gold.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
As you type into the
One
keypad,
piece just so that it splits evenly between you two.
I take the gold, and I start to walk out. And I look back, and then the camera like cuts to you guys, and then behind and the off screen here, dragging his table out with me just in case.
so you take the table with you as you leave up and go up the stairs with it?
Yes.
I'll help him. I miss our table from last time. I'll help him.
Okay. As Ashley tops the stairs, goes through the portal at the end of the stairs, half of the table disappears with Ashley, and he is magically teleported to wherever he came from. And the other half,
Guys, you have a stool now.
the other half is in the arms of Arthnix, and I guess Pierre is right behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have a cool ramp to do tricks off of.
What you're next? Are you going through the portal with half your table?
Of course.
Okay. You take your table and half of it, and you walk through your portal, and you are back in the Feywild or realm wherever you came from. And now, Piera, you are alone in the stairs, with tracks of goblin blood and mind flayer blood that look like a different medium-sized creature than yourself. A different medium-sized creature than yourself.
Well, here's a gnome. It's small.
Yeah.
With halfling feet.
Yeah. Do you go through?
Yes.
Okay.
Pierre pauses. He has no words. Then he just disappears.
Okay. Then you are now out of you have beaten the head shrinker maze. You are now out and on your way.
Okay.
I was scared for you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for your generosity.
Good job, everyone.
That's the stun for mind flayers is really bad.
Yes, which is why I felt like if you get an attack and your grapple, you have to save for the grapple and then you save for the stun. Because I don't understand how you'd ever get out of it if you are automatically grappled and don't get a save, you're just stunned.
Yeah, at that low of a level, you would just be stunned, and even if you come out of it, he can just stun you again the next turn.
Yeah, the wording of it is exactly like that, because it says you get +7 to hit, target takes 2d10 plus 4 psychic damage. If the target is medium or smaller, it is grappled, escape DC 15, and must succeed on a DC 15 intelligence saving throw or be stunned until the grapple ends. But if you're stunned, you can't make a save to break the grapple.
That's the whole deal, because if they hit you with the tentacle, they get you grappled, and then on their next turn, they eat your brain.
Exactly. Next was going to be 10d10 piercing damage.
Yeah, it just kills you. It just kills you.
Yeah, it just kills you.
So that's why I gave you the escape DC before the stun check.
Yeah.
That's why I was trying to check. Like, hey, I know this isn't the order it's supposed to go. I want to make sure that you're doing it the order you want to do it.
Yeah. I mean, like, the whole way I see that is, like, because most things, if you get grappled by something, usually it's, a contested roll, so I think they just put that DC 15 as, it's just this. There's no contested roll.
There's two different ways monsters grapple. Sometimes if an attack hits, they are automatically grappling. Sometimes they attempt to initiate a grapple, and then it's an opposed roll to start the grapple.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is Roper's, if I'm not incorrect. No, Roper's just auto grapple.
Roper's auto grapple.
I think it's. I remember. I think 3rd edition had a lot of hit and then initiate grapple. I feel like 5th edition just has if you hit you grapple.
Yeah,
they try to simplify things.
The frog hemoth does that too.
For like fighters and barbarians and stuff, now it's just you use one of your attack actions to grapple.
Mm.
So I'm thinking it's probably the same way for enemies as well.
What was that, Eric?
I was going to say frog hemoths have the bite that turns into a grapple automatically too, and then you're swallowed. You're just swallowed.
Yeah,
Oh, you know what he did was he switched the icy floor room with the two golem room, the two door question room.
Oh, you just
Okay.
swapped me around.
Yeah, he swapped them around. So,
Okay.
What?
yeah, you would have. So you would have faced that. You still did all the challenges he now wrote in here, but he definitely did take. There's no more written exam. You don't do that. You know which one of your party members would dress like a troll or
I
something.
was actually just thinking about that. What would have been cool is because I thought of this as soon as you said there's two trolls in the room, because I'm pretty sure two of us got that question correct, and it would have been cool if like you have that as one of the rooms of like, would you be a troll for however long it was, and whoever said yes, if we were higher level, you'd have to be a higher level than level 4, but like if you said yes. However many people said yes, you'd have to fight that many trolls in a later room. That would be cool.
So
It's all up to the DM.
let's wrap it up with one good and one bad, or one thing you liked, one thing you didn't like, and we'll start with Dungeon Matt. You know what? We'll
Okay.
start with you, and we can come back to you if you need a minute again.
I mean, I've already said that I really like the number puzzle. So that would definitely be my highlight. I kind of get what they're going for with seeing how the adventurers react to seeing goblins and then to see trolls without the attack on sight. Although the fact that I do like kind of the complication of having the one hellhound attacking two goblins, but given that at least the way we went through it, we had two hellhounds just before, or we had the four hellhounds just before that, and that muddies things a little bit because that one's supposed to be just straight up fight.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if that was also like, hey, do you attack these fiends on sight or do you try to get around them? That could be another layer to that challenge. So I think that's a missed opportunity if the room as written isn't supposed to let you escape the hellhounds and you have to fight them.
Yeah. As written,
So-
you're supposed to fight those, and then I guess you're supposed to be so bedraggled from that fight. In the next room, you can choose to avoid the fight altogether. And when you do, you hear the goblins being eaten to death and screaming, and it's does
If
that.
I could add to that, I'm just going to add to that real quick before letting you continue. Is like, my thought would be maybe make it something other than a hellhound, because we just got out of a room that we were fighting hellhounds. And me personally, I was completely like, well, goblins suck, and we were just attacked by hellhounds, so I'm just leaving. But you guys attacked, so I attacked as well. If it was like goblins and dire wolves or something like that, then maybe I would have thought about it. But knowing that, well, nobody usually likes goblins anyway because they're POSs, and we were just attacked by hellhounds, my thought was, I don't want to help either of them, but my friends are, so I will. So
Yeah.
if it was something other than a hellhound, that might have been a little better.
There's nothing written for the goblins, and there's nothing that says if you do save them, what happens to them. So their personality and trying to pickpocket you and calling them leech bottom was all off the cuff from me.
Oh yeah, and that was cool. I'm not saying that that's like the bad part. I'm saying like, truly my bad part about that was just, if you want us to help something like a goblin that most people in the D&D world see as a bad guy, make it something other than, make them get attacked by something other than the thing we were just attacked by.
Yeah, and I definitely think I get what you're saying, and I agree to an extent. I think, again, the author was trying to go for the fact that having just been theoretically drugged through the ringer trying to defeat a hellhound for each of you, are you even going to bother with this hellhound, putting that extra moral dilemma on you? Are you even going to bother with another hellhound to save some goblins? Or are you just going to bypass it and listen to them die? I think it's definitely putting deciding to throw. It even says it. One round after the characters enter the room, the party's combat skills, abilities. Oh, that's for that room. This is a version of the bystander theory. The party's host wants to see if the party helps the goblins or just let them struggle on their own. And yeah, the doorway is wide open for that. So I think it's supposed to see if you even bother fighting another hellhound just for some goblins, or are you going to listen to them die?
Mm-hmm.
So, Nick, MVP Nick.
Good stuff. I liked that you got more into the character of the scientist, the observer. I enjoyed the bits of role playing we got to do with the goblin, and I just like talking to the golems a little bit.
That's definitely I want to just echo that. There needs to be more interaction and more personality rather than sterile.
Yeah. And
Was the voice you or
yeah,
he put that in?
That's him.
that's all me. He kept saying
The voice was a good touch.
I kept telling him, like, I'm adding a voice, I'm adding a character who's going to interact with him. And he's like, I'd love to do that. I'm running out of room on my 10-page limit. And he's definitely, like, can you even see this? No.
Very blurry. Oh, there we go. Kind of.
There's spaces in between things. He could tighten it up and add in something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I do like the Mind Flayer as the final boss. I think that's a really good enemy to finish off this style of adventure. It feels a lot like Barrier Peaks, with it's like, why is this here? Because Mind Flayers are fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
Stole my thing.
And his whole bit is he's trying to prepare your brains for eating. He wants them to be seasoned with all these things.
Yeah, and that all fits into the vibe of it. That all fit together. I was like, oh, cool. So I really enjoyed that.
That's cool.
The con, I feel the wink wink, this is a well-known psychological experiment, gets in the way of the adventure instead of complementing the adventure. Stuff like the bystander goblins and the prejudice trolls, it's like, I was like, okay, are you part of a puzzle? No. Okay, bye. It wasn't anything about their and also it's like, if you're not going based on prejudice and just going by capability, we would not win that fight.
I think that's exactly it. Yeah. And it
So,
even says
even if you are prejudiced, you don't do that.
Yeah.
And I feel like the person who put this together wrote a really good low-level adventure and then stacked it with monsters way too powerful for that adventure.
And yeah, it comes right out and says that's the Carlsberg social experiment, seeing if characters prejudiced against trolls will compel them to immediately attack.
Yeah, that's... No.
So
I'm sorry. If you want to do the same sort of equivalent thing, I'm like... If somebody was racist and the target of their racism was 8 feet tall and regenerated less dealt fire or acid damage, you're not going to go pick a fight with them.
Exactly.
Black Lives Matter would have been a lot more successful if they were trolls.
I'm just going to say this now. You guys basically, I mean, my pros and cons are basically the same as Jack's. Like, I love the thought of a Mind Flayer being behind this. Like, he wants to see if you're smart enough to be tasty type of thing. And so you kind of, and I'm not saying that I'm mad at you because you stole it, because it's just a really good point. And like, that's the other con is like, and I get it's a 10-page limit, but if he could have made a thing where it's like, if they're this level, put this in, this level, put this in, then it would have made more sense for the trolls. Because if it's like I'm a level 4, I'm not going to fight a troll. If I've played D&D at all, I know I'm screwed. Or if I was like level 8 and you put a troll, maybe. If I was level 4 and you put, I don't know. Or if I was level 1 and you put a couple goblins instead of trolls and goblins weren't in the room prior, then it'd be like, all right, let's test my prejudice. Like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or maybe
You could do goblins and kobolds.
Kobolds.
goblins and kobolds or
Like-
something like that.
Gnolls.
Like, replace the hellhounds with wolves, and keep us at level like 3, and we still have that. The fight with the wolves is still a very hard fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's a manageable fight.
Yeah, I definitely was. I thought it was more fun. The way you guys escaped that room was definitely more tension building and exciting to me than a fight that's going to, one, drag out for a long time, and two, almost TPK you, if not ripen you up to be TPK'd.
Yeah, you would have been TPK'd in that mind player fight if you had to fight them.
But not to cut you off, but to cut you off. We are.
No, I've been talking.
We're at 9. We're just past 9:15 here, so that means it's 12:15 there. Let's all do one since I'm still recording. I just looked and was like, oh yeah, I need to stop recording. Let's all do a sign off. And it's been great playing with you guys, and I hope we can do this again sometime. But thank you for taking part in this one-shot play test, and I look forward to playing with you again.
Really well.
Yeah. Thanks for running. Glad that you finished
Thanks for
that.
the invite. Thanks for running it. Thanks for not making us have to pay for it. All that jazz.
Oh, no, I'm not that. I'm not that yet. If I'm gonna get paid, it's by a production company, not by players. By the way, did you guys notice I put on a tentacle-covered shirt to play a mind flayer?
I did
There
notice
you
that.
go.
I did notice that.
I was like, oh shoot, I was gonna wear the thing.
I am now 3 twisted teeth deep and feeling it. So let's sign off.
All right, it was great playing with you guys.
All have a good night.
Thank you very much. Take care of yourselves. Good luck on the job hunt, and yeah, see you guys again next time.
Take care, everyone.
Bye bye.